Hey guys, Strong Studios is back again. It's Alex.
It's me, Noah.
Justin, your dream, your Strong Studios champion.
God damn it.
Fucking heel, man.
Those are expensive.
Alright. We're here with another episode of Running the Road. So it's been a while since we did one of these, and we're gonna be talking. Okay, we're gonna be talking about a lot of stuff. We got WWE news, TNA, ROH, Dragon Gate news, or WN Live, PWG, and New Japan. New Japan coming up with the next show of the year, probably.
And it's gonna be tasty.
I might actually buy this one. All right, well, let's start out things with the biggest news coming out of WWE, which is John Cena is going to be coming back for the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view in 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
I believe it's in 2 weeks.
Okay, end of the month. Yeah, apparently doctors said like he only had a partially torn whatever he had torn, and so they
Testicle?
knew. Let's go with that. So he's gonna be back early.
Elbow.
Yeah,
tendon.
elbow.
It wasn't a tendon.
It was like a pec or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, doesn't matter. Tricep. And so like they knew it was gonna be as long as they originally expected, but they're gonna keep him off anyway just to let him rest up. But because of how shitty the last two pay-per-views were, they're going to bring him back now. And so, yeah, John's going to come back to face Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight title at this month's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
First, I want to say that when I heard that he was coming back, it just screamed, like, panic.
Yeah.
Desperation.
Yeah.
Like, the ratings are down, the pay-per-view buys are probably down because
they're
been terrible.
Yeah.
And I feel like they pushed the panic button. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And they're bringing it back early, and I feel like if they would have just handled things better, this would never have happened.
That's exactly what I want. The point I want to make is that they're basically saying, well, John, since we fucking fucked up our main event storyline, we haven't built any new stars really besides the Daniel Bryan, Cody Rhodes, but like they haven't built up the mid card all. Since we fucked up with all this shit, you're gonna have to come back early. We don't care if you're hurt.
Right. That's how it felt when I first heard.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, I agree. And you know, John Cena is fucking Superman, and he can manage to come back. You know,
how many times?
I will say though, very happy he's going after the world title and the WWE title. You know, maybe try to bump that belt up, make it more prestigious. But maybe it's too little, too late. Who knows? Just really hope he doesn't get involved with his Daniel Bryan storyline and kind of take the shift from it to him. Really hope so, but it's WWE.
You never know. They could.
Yeah, because that storyline, I want that storyline to roll around
play
the
out.
show.
Yeah. Okay.
God.
Well, let's talk about that because.
Before we get into that, I just gotta say, like, I think this is kind of shitty for Cena.
Yeah.
In many ways, just because this guy's busted his ass more than anybody, but yet they let other guys take their time off. But because he's the main guy, apparently he doesn't get as much time off.
Right. Yeah. But then again, you wonder how much of that is like, do you think maybe he wants to come back too? Well,
I'm sure, but in this case, when he's coming back constantly from injuries, like months early at a time, like WWE should be like, well, we appreciate your enthusiasm, John, but you gotta rest up so we can keep you longer. But they don't care. They're just worried about the here.
They worry about that's here now,
which they're not doing a good job with.
No, they're not.
Maybe they should do something about that now.
But yeah, let's talk about the now, which involves the Big Show becoming once again the center point of this Daniel Bryan Orton feud. I know a lot of people keep saying, oh well, Daniel Bryan and Orton are still the focal points. Bullshit. And last night's Monday Night Raw was all about the Big Show and the Triple H storyline.
And the thing is, like, even if Big Show wasn't the main focus, he has no business in this storyline at all.
Yeah.
He does not belong here, and the fact that they brought him back and turned him into like this crying baby after the last time he was here,
he's supposed to be like a face now.
Yeah, like what? It's just so laughable and insulting.
Yeah,
like,
he cries 1 minute, then he knocks out your champion contenders in the next. Turns heel and face like within 20 seconds of each other.
I mean, he's like.
It's laughable.
Yeah, it's laughable. Yeah.
Seriously.
And I don't care.
It's like they can't be serious. Like seriously,
why is the Big Show involved? Like, what is he best friends with Daniel Bryan all of a sudden?
At first, I thought they just didn't have anything for him to do, which is probably how it started. They're like, oh well, just for some reason
throw his giant ass in here.
Yeah,
that's a lot of ass.
See, this doesn't need any extra elements. It's already got Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton. It's got Triple H. It's got the whole McMahon's. It's got the Shield.
It's got like the roster kind of standing with Daniel Bryan. It's working fine. Like if you took the Big Show storyline out of this, we would not be missing a fucking thing from this story.
Big Show things would be much better.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. But speaking of Daniel Bryan, him and Randy Orton are having a Hell in a Cell match at Hell in a Cell pay-per-view for the WWE title, which is still vacant.
Triple H is the champion. We all know that.
Yeah. And the special guest referee will be Shawn Michaels. So that's, this is obviously trying to boost the buys. And apparently the rumor is they intend to make Hell in a Cell a stacked show. Who knows if that's actually true?
Whatever that means by their standards.
I think
it's just another thing that screams desperation.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, we better get Shawn Michaels in here.
Yeah. Well, apparently
he doesn't have anything to do
with the plan
with
originally was to have Shawn Michaels be brought in before this, before the desperation thing. But people are now all obviously speculating that he's going to be back for WrestleMania to face Triple H, which we'd be okay with, but I'm not holding my breath.
That's kind of the only way I really want to see Triple H.
Yeah, if Shawn Michaels comes out of retirement and faces Triple H, I'd be okay with that. I would have no problem with that.
But again, I think this is pretty shitty because, okay, first of all, Night of Champions. We got a finish, but it was overturned. And it was basically they didn't go all out for this match. Next time we didn't get a finish at all. And now we got Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, but they're going to be overshadowed by Shawn Michaels in the
I don't think that's going to happen.
I think that is definitely going to happen.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
When was the last time Shawn Michaels was in the ring?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a big deal.
I don't know. I think that, I honestly think it might be like the whole Triple H as the special guest referee at SummerSlam. It's there, but as soon as that match starts, it's not going to be a factor.
The thing is, I just don't think that Michaels really needs to be in this in any capacity. I don't understand why they just bring in a random guy who used to be a wrestler, and all of a sudden, we can trust him as a wrestler.
If they wanted, the idea was we want to make sure law and order's upheld. Why don't you have a special enforcer then, or a second referee down there too, or something, Whatever. I don't know.
I think it's going to take away from the focus of Orton.
I really hope not. But I don't know. We had this whole problem with SummerSlam, and then that ended up being a non-issue.
But that's probably more likely that it will be an issue this time.
Right.
And when has Michaels ever been ref and not switched to music like everybody in the ring?
I don't know. You're right. I think one.
Yeah, you can always think of one.
Yeah, there's always one.
Yeah, there's a reason he's in there. That's all I have to say.
Anything else WWE related? You want to talk about? Oh, how about Damien Sandow still fucking losing every goddamn match?
That's apparently, if you win the SmackDown Money in the Bank, that means you're not going to win another match until you win the title.
Yeah. Right.
And then you're going to lose it the next week.
Yeah, you're going to look like a bitch.
Because Daniel Bryan won it and he went on a losing streak. He didn't hold the belt for a few months. Then Ziggler became the jobber of the year, apparently, even though he was #1 contender.
Yeah, I want to talk about that Ziggler thing real quick. Apparently Ziggler is kind of being pushed back down because they don't think he's going to be a big draw, which is bullshit. Because did you guys hear the reaction when you cashed in the Money in the Bank at the Raw?
That was an amazing segment.
Holy shit! Yeah, the crowd lost their fucking shit.
I don't think it matters if he's a draw or not. You want him elevated because he brings so much more, at least to the upper mid-card. He's a guy you can rely on to put on good matches at that level. Yeah, that's what you need him for.
Well, this is what is just mind-boggling to me is they say, oh, this guy can't draw. So you'd rather have nobody? They have no contenders.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, for God's sakes, give Ziggler the chance, you know what I mean? They never really gave him the chance.
And they didn't, and they took the belt away from him, and then everybody says, oh, well, they're doing this other storyline. That ended a month later with a nothing match, and nothing has come up with
and Ziggler still has not gotten.
They haven't done anything with Langston since then either.
Yeah, that's another thing. Langston apparently
came out and lost to Punk recently.
Yeah. Which was actually a pretty good match too.
Yeah, but it was meaningless.
Yeah, but apparently Langston's biggest supporter of John Cena, and that's kind of why he's been pushed back down because Cena's around. It's well, Jesus Christ.
Why is it have
based
to be
on
such a boys' club?
Yeah, based on their ability.
Yeah, it's
what they bring to the table.
Langston was actually doing very well, I thought, in his role, and his NXT stuff. He's a very good face down in NXT, or
he has charisma.
The thing is, if you like somebody, push them. Just push them. Why does it have to be such a juggling act?
Yeah, exactly.
Especially in WWE, that's always been the case.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Jesus.
I think it's become less with guys like Punk who didn't really want to push becoming a top guy.
But it's they had no choice to put him as a top guy now.
Yeah, exactly.
But it seems like that's what they would have realized with Ziggler. But again, I'm just lost.
I know it's baffling.
Mm.
All right, well, let's switch over to TNA, which TNA has been a fucking wasteland of bullshit.
What else is new?
Yeah, well, for starters, AJ Styles won.
Sorry, what? Oh, that's an awesome line. A wasteland of bullshit.
Trademarked. Okay, well, let's start with AJ Styles winning the Bound for Glory series, which was actually, he had 2 pretty good matches on that show. That was a pretty good little episode of Impact. Comes out the next week and calls out Dixie Carter. Dixie, he proceeded to do like a kind of like a shoot, talking about how the guys who founded the company, put the company in Mac, aren't here anymore. We got a bunch of guys who don't belong and blah, 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 blah. Basically kind of shooting on the company.
Yeah, but it's true. Everything you said was true.
Yeah,
What's the problem?
I'm not saying it wasn't true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, they have no really defense to what he's saying. So Dixie Carter comes out and proceeds to bury AJ, calling him the mediocre one, and basically turns heel. So Dixie Carter, the person who once said that she would never become an on-air personality in TNA, is now a heel.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
You don't really need to say much about that.
No,
you kind of just leave it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's...
To me, this is just another perfect example of TNA being a complete ripoff and of WWE.
Yeah.
They're in the middle. Their biggest storyline of the year right now is the McMahons versus Bryan. You know, the authority figure versus
the little guy.
The little guy, and yeah, they come out and do the exact same thing, and it's a total ripoff of the Punk thing, but they didn't do it very well.
Yeah.
And the thing is, AJ comes out, says all this stuff that's true about the company. AJ's the face, but the company didn't change. It's the same company. They're still pushing these old guys. It's like, what? It's basically, they had AJ come out and say, the show that you just got done watching sucks, and it's going to suck next week too.
Yeah. It's kind of the ongoing thing we've seen with TNA. We're always talking about them just worrying about moments, not about long term. It's like this, they just wanted like a cool moment, but they had no idea where they were going to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and also like the whole thing is like they were hyping it that AJ isn't under contract, and if I win the title of Bound for Glory, I can just leave. And it's like,
yeah,
it's like, yeah,
I've heard that before.
Yeah, it's like that's gonna happen. They're allowing you to speak on television, saying you're gonna leave with the belt, but you know, just whatever. And Ace and Nates might be turning face against Bully Ray because Bully Ray's become like a dictator. Yeah, that's what I want to fucking cheer for. Nux and Garrett Bischoff.
Yeah.
You know, this Ace and Nates storyline needs to die very quickly and go away forever.
Never been born. Should have been an abortion.
Ooh,
it was
too soon.
Unfortunately,
too soon.
What? Did abortions just happen?
Anyway,
bad joke. Anyway, yeah, this storyline has gone fucking nowhere. It's helped nobody. It's just a piece of shit.
Yep, that's pretty much.
And I feel like AJ's whole storyline died when Sabin won the belt.
Yeah,
I stopped caring completely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Sabin now a heel, which actually he's doing very well though.
But it made no sense.
Yeah,
at
exactly.
all.
He's just heel. He's grumpy. You know what? That's it. And just there's so many dumb things going on in TNA.
And one more thing, where the fuck is Rampage and Ortiz after this big build-up? And
well, on an episode of Impact, Dixie Carter received a notice from Bellator MMA that they didn't want Tito Ortiz and Rampage
This
Jackson.
was on Impact?
They had it on Impact.
Get the fuck out
I
of here.
swear to God, if I'm lying, I'm flying. They had Dixie Carter read a memo from Bellator MMA that they didn't want Rampage and Ortiz on the show, possibly injuring themselves before their big pay-per-view
That
match.
is the most pathetic thing I have ever heard.
Yep.
That's television.
Yes. Yes.
Defend that,
So
TNA fans.
So the hyped up debut of Tito Ortiz, the hype up of Rampage Jackson just ends because
basically showcasing the fact Bellator doesn't want anything to do with TNA on TNA.
Yeah. The payoff is Bellator doesn't want none of this shit.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
This is exactly what I thought was going to happen. And
the company on their same channel and everything.
Like, fuck this
whoa, whoa. We're not dealing with TNA.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, let's talk about. There's been a lot of people leaving TNA, including Mr. Anderson, Mickey James.
There are rumors that Anderson might resign.
Might be resigning. One that apparently is maybe gone. We're not for sure. You know, there's still negotiations or whatever. Is Hogan? Thank God if he is really gone. That would be a mercy to TNA.
It would probably be the best thing that could happen to them, but it's probably too little too late at this point.
I mean, this is the best thing that could happen to them from a creative standpoint, financially.
Yeah, especially.
I mean, has Bischoff and Hogan had one idea that's worked?
Here's a better question for you. Okay, they started in 2010, right? January 2010?
I believe so.
We're now over almost 4 years later. who in TNA has had who has risen in TNA thanks to Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff?
Hogan and Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, nobody.
Brooke Hogan?
Yeah, Brooke Hogan. Yeah, that was a wonderful thing. Yeah, Bobby Roode, who could have rose because of Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff, didn't happen, and had to basically do it at a last minute thing because they realized, oh, we fucked up. Just Aries basically did it because he's fucking Austin Aries and he's awesome, you know.
But then again, I mean, he's still back. He's in the X division again.
Yeah, he's back down to nothing. Chris Sabin, for a second I thought maybe he did it, but then nope. Just they've done this rotating door shit with everyone. Like someone gets a main event push and then back down. Someone gets a main event push, back down. It's just
Magnus is the next one I can see already being victimized by that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I've said it before on the show, but I feel like TNA, now that WWE has started this whole youth movement, the door is closed on TNA. They will never be number 2. They'll never be able to catch up because that was their only chance, was to be the young. Be different. Be something new. And they missed it.
And now, it's over. And now independent guys looking at TNA like, fuck that, I don't want to go there.
Right, it's a death sentence.
Yeah.
It's a dead end.
And especially because WWE's basically been saying now, it's like, anyone that's in TNA, we're not really interested.
And that's right.
And plus, it's shitty since they won't let them work on so many indie shows.
No, it's like, why you know.
So
like,
you'd probably be better off working independent and say, well, I can work where I want.
And maybe get a job with WWE one day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about their big pay-per-view that's coming up. For quotations, big pay-per-view. The last pay-per-view of the year.
Thrown together pay-per-view.
Yeah. Well, the main event is Bully Ray versus AJ Styles for the world title.
Which is what we expected for a long, long time.
Which they worked pretty well together. They had that really great last man standing match at Slammiversary, I think, 2 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, that was very good.
Yeah, that was a really good match. We're going to have Magnus, who's been the big rising star of TNA. Who do you think Magnus is going to face at TNA's biggest show of the year?
His good buddy.
Sting. He's facing fucking Sting.
And he's probably either going to turn heel and win or lose.
Now, here's the thing. Sting actually did have a good storyline reason for doing this. Like, he came out there and said, you know, when I was a rising star, Ric Flair and me had a few matches, and that put me on the map, and now I'm going to do the same thing for you. Only problem is, Sting is so fucking over the goddamn hill that he's nowhere near what Ric Flair was in the 80s when...
But Ric Flair was not his friend in storyline.
Yeah, exactly.
They hated each other. That's what made people care.
Yeah. So that's like fucking... the great use of fucking Magnus. I would rather have him face Bobby Roode for the 20th time, but...
That's a match that you put on your special impacts.
Yeah.
This is not a match... It's just amazing. If you look at this card, and we say this for every pay-per-view TNA kicks out, you had months and months, and you did no building, you did nothing. One match. You put one match on this card that has any build.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, it's a lose-lose, because if Magnus loses, that's pretty shitty. If he wins, he beats Sting, which I know Sting's a big name, but it's like he's not believable anymore.
Right. He's fucking walking around with a goddamn shirt on, trying to wrestle.
Yeah.
He's fucking over the hill. Retired.
They act like he's a big deal, and I mean he is, but not now anymore as a competitor. He's certainly not.
No.
Yeah.
The other match they have announced. No, this is before Impact, so maybe they'll announce more probably. Well, hopefully, we have Manic defending the X Division title in a Ultimate X match between Chris Sabin, Austin Aries, and Jeff Hardy. And there is, I heard someone say something about, they're going to have, a pre-show match where a bunch of guys can compete for the 5th spot, and so maybe they think that Kenny King will be added into it.
Either way, that should be a pretty darn good match.
That should be good. If they give them,
time.
Free range, and time. I feel like the last few Ultimate X matches have been very disappointing.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping
this could easily be the match of the night.
It should be.
Yeah. And then the last match they have added, I'm pretty sure I'm missing any, but it's what's the name you have for the tag team champions, Storm and Gunner?
Well, there's Storm, and then Gunner is shit, so it's Shitstorm.
Yeah, still your tag team champions who haven't defended the fucking belts in God knows how long will be defending the titles against the winner of a gauntlet match that's taking place in the pre-show. The teams include Jesse and Robbie E, Chavo Hernandez, and I don't know any other fucking teams in TNA.
Let me ask you this. Why does TNA have a weekly show? What the... They could do this without a weekly show. If they're just going to have matches where one guy has the win to get into another match, how do you have a full year?
4 pay-per-views,
pay-per-views in a year. You didn't build up to the other 3, so you pretty much have the whole year to build up to this one.
And you haven't.
This is what you come up with.
Well, my question is, why do they even have pay-per-views? Because apparently the show is all that matters.
Yeah.
But that shows. I mean, if all that matters is your show's getting like a 1 or whatever rating they're getting.
Yeah.
It's
embarrassing. This is embarrassing, and on behalf of all of us, I'd like to announce that this is probably gonna be our last year watching TNA because we're probably gonna be fucking done watching.
Well,
TNA.
I'm not watching TNA. I'll probably watch this pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, but like we're probably not gonna review TNA next year. You know,
I don't know. I don't care.
You might have better shit to do.
Maybe. Yeah.
But to give you an idea, like how shitty TNA has been this year, I'm doing a top 100 match of the year, and the criteria is you have to be a 4-star match to get on the list. I watched every TNA pay-per-view, every TNA episode, and even a few of the one-night pay-per-views, the ones I heard were good. Not one match has hit 4 stars. Not one. I watched one CZW show because I found a free stream of it, and I found a 4-star match on that show.
Yeah, I mean,
what the fuck
TNA
is
the worst promotion.
Oh, they're the fucking shits right now.
Now, to be fair, the build up to this show and it's annoying.
Yeah.
But the card on its own really doesn't look that bad.
No, like the main event, Bully Ray vs. AJ Styles, that's pretty good, and the Ultimate X match, that's pretty good. So those 2 matches could deliver, but it's still like this is your WrestleMania. Where is the hype? Where's the build up? Where's the matches announced? You're 2 weeks away, and we have 4 matches on the card. One of which we don't know who the opponents are going to be.
Plenty of time to set this up.
Yeah,
and I know people probably get sick of us bitching about TNA, but we have been fooled so many times by this promotion.
And we praised them when they were doing well.
Too. Yeah, we praised them very much last year. And listen, here's my question to TNA fans that like TNA. Why are you not upset? Why are you not saying to TNA, like, hey, why are you doing this? Well, you could be doing better than this. We've seen them do better than this. Why are you accepting them right now when they have been capable of so much more before?
Yeah, that's not.
I just don't understand why. And it's not just TNA fans, but WWE fans, but there's certain fans that just they take things personally. Like if I say, "Oh, TNA really sucked last night," and they jump to defend it, like I said that their sister's a whore. It's like, you like that? Like I know you didn't like that.
Listen, we don't hate wrestling. We love wrestling, but we want the companies that have the money to see, like WWE and TNA they have weekly television.
TNA has money.
No.
They used to.
They have something that most companies don't. They have weekly television on mainstream cable. They have weekly shows. They should be kicking some ass. They should be doing good. We want them to do good because we want wrestling to succeed.
Something we can watch every week.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that too much to ask? That's what we want wrestling to do well.
That's the thing. And when they do good, like WWE with SummerSlam, love that show.
We'll praise them.
Yeah.
Last year we praised the hell out of TNA.
Yeah, during the whole
3 months.
Yeah.
Maybe more. They had 4 straight really good pay-per-views. Maybe more than that. Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I mean, this is just not.
No.
It's not worth watching.
I don't
the
know
show.
how anyone could look at TNA last year with Aries winning the title and all that, and then look at it this year and say that it's anywhere close to as good.
No.
That's just delusional.
Yeah.
TNA was better than WWE last year, I think.
I mean, and TNA, I feel like for the past few years, TNA hasn't been awesome or anything, but this is like bottom of the barrel.
Yeah,
like, this is really, it's hit an all-time low.
I think so too.
Terrible.
Yeah. I think so too.
And it's not even laughable now.
No, it's just sad.
It's unfortunate. It's bad for wrestling.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's gonna be bad if the number 2 promotion in the North America goes out of business. That's gonna be bad for the wrestlers.
Yeah,
it's sad.
Yeah. All right, let's switch over to ROH. Talk about independent wrestling. We were gonna go to the Glory by Honor show in Chicago in a few weeks. I think it's actually like next week or whatever.
We even had a hotel.
We had a hotel reserved. We were going to go to AAW too, which I've been dying to go to an AAW show.
The hotel had a waffle bar?
A waffle bar? In a pool?
And we had to cancel, so I'm a little pissed about that.
Yeah, we're real pissed because the show, Glory by Honor, does not look like it's really worth our time to go see live.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah.
Not for a 3-hour drive.
No. And for a hotel too.
Yeah.
So the main event of this is going to be an All-Stars vs. Champion match. It's going to be a 2-hour time limit, so you know they're going to go like an hour and a half in this match probably.
Yeah.
It's going to be Adam Cole, Matt Taven, and Red Dragon versus Michael Elgin, Jay Lethal, and Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander. I expect this to be a fun match, but this is a fucking house show match. This is Glory by Honor. Glory by Honor is a big deal in ROH, man. That's like, I would say it's almost like their SummerSlam, probably.
Yeah, it's probably their second biggest show.
Yeah.
Isn't it billed as Champions versus All-Stars?
Yeah, as Champions versus All-Stars.
How is CNC All-Stars?
Yeah, like
they're considered the number 1 contender.
Yeah, but like, this should be like, like I want to be like Michael Elgin, Jay Lethal, Jay Briscoe. I don't know if he's ready to compete yet, and like maybe like one other top guy, like Ciampa versus like those four. Those are all stars versus champions.
I just don't want to see this match take up that much talent.
Yeah,
and it sure there's probably isn't there a stipulation like you
yeah
final
if I believe I don't know if it's for every champion, but like if someone pins Adam Cole, they will receive a championship title match.
Yeah, and like
that's probably not gonna happen.
It's just I don't know. It doesn't feel important.
Yeah, it just feels like a house show match.
And we saw this.
Who would pin if of the people in this match? Who would pin Cole?
Probably Elgin.
Elgin.
Maybe Jay Lethal will steal one, but it's like I'm betting Elgin.
It's
like I think what they're gonna do is like have Elgin pin Cole and then set up for Jay Briscoe, Michael Elgin, and Adam Cole at Final Battle.
That's what it looks like.
Which I'd be happy with, but it's like, what about Chicago gets shafted?
It's disappointing. I feel like Chicago really does get shafted on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Compared to like New York, which gets
they get everything and they got the most fickle crowd.
Yeah, fuck you, New York. That's my. There you go.
There it is. You put it out there. I'm going to go ahead and put myself out there too and agree with that.
Yeah. That's just, the New York crowd. Come on.
There's
embarrassing.
I'm sorry, New York. I know you're like the biggest crowd, but like stop acting spoiled.
Yeah. Really, get over yourselves. Enjoy something.
Yeah.
Try to enjoy something.
From all of us here in the Michigan, Chicago, like right in that little area where we get some pretty good shows, but not all the good shows. Like you guys get Final Battle every fucking year. Fuck you for being so fucking fickle.
Yeah, fuck you for us getting Gold Rush.
Yeah. Douchebags. Anyway, another match on the card is Outlaw Inc. versus Adrenaline Rush, which should be pretty cool. I'm kind of looking forward to that. I like the Outlaw Inc. right now. That's Eddie Kingston and Homicide, which I'm actually enjoying those.
Potential.
Yeah. Michael Elgin is going to take on Kevin Steen. Don't know if that's the best use of Steen, but
Who? Michael Elgin?
Elgin. Sorry, Michael Bennett.
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
Jesus, I'm sorry. Wow. I am really sorry to Michael Elgin. Wow. Yeah, Bennett. Yeah. Which, like, whatever, And the match I'm actually looking forward to, which is Paul London versus Roger Strong, which I think this might be their first match together, but I don't think so. I think they might be.
That should be good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Roddy with a high flyer. I mean, Jesus. That's.
But with this card, you should take a look at the Cincinnati card that's coming up.
Yeah.
That should be glory by.
They have Adam Cole versus Kevin Steen, which
world
is
title
match, which is like fuck yeah, that looks awesome. I think what else is on
Jimmy Jacobs.
Jimmy Jacobs versus Roderick Strong, and this is also on Mark Briscoe, Silas Young, Michael Bennett, and Jay Lethal in a four-way match. The winner gets a title shot at Final Battle for the TV title. For the TV title.
That's your glory by honor card.
That is.
Well, before we move on, I just want to say that we saw this match before, 4-on-4, 2-hour time, or maybe it was a no time event.
Yeah, it was like El Generico, Eddie Edwards, and a couple other guys. Yeah,
World's Greatest Tag.
Yeah.
And that match was good, but I was like, I enjoyed that match. I wouldn't want to sit through another one.
Yeah.
What I thought.
Really, I thought that when they did that, they did it just to be able to say we had the longest match.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that was just kind of a history thing for ROH, and that's cool. No need for this.
Yeah, you don't do like one of these a year.
And if it's probably better that they're not streaming this live on iPay-per-view, because a lot of fans, if they were tuning in for this for the first time, I don't think they'd care for it. That's too much wrestling for a lot of mainstream fans.
I agree.
For me,
it's
2 hours.
That's rough.
That's a lot.
Dude, Iron Man matches are sometimes rough to sit through.
Yeah.
One last thing we want to add, which is for the Dearborn show coming in November, I think it's like November 15th or something like that. We're going to be there because now if Jimmy Jacobs wins 3 out of the 5 trial matches, which he's down 2-1 in the series, if he wins, he gets a title match against the champion, which will probably be Adam Cole. So we were there live at the first show of the year for Adam Cole versus Jimmy Jacobs in a proving ground match, which was a phenomenal match.
Awesome.
Still one of my favorite matches of the year.
And even as awesome as that was, I think a match for the world title could be something even better.
Especially with a heel dynamic, the dynamic completely flipped.
Heel Adam Cole and face Jimmy Jacobs, I will love that. So we're going to be there live for that show, and I cannot wait for that.
I really can't wait. That's going to be great.
Awesome. All right, I got something to talk about for WWN Live. This is more of a personal thing for me. I ordered Open the Ultimate Gate last night, and I wanted to watch it. That's the WrestleMania show, which features Johnny Gargano versus Shingo from Dragon Gate USA. And I decided to order it because I really wanted to watch the show, and I couldn't find it online anywhere. Sorry, Gabe. And it wasn't working. Naturally, I was pissed off because I really wanted to watch the show. Me and Noah actually planned to watch it together that night. That didn't happen because, and I was like frustrated. I was like, venting my anger online like I do because,
Well, here, let me defend you first. I feel like it's completely reasonable to be upset about that. We're talking about a promotion that you cannot buy their DVDs to see their shows.
Unless it's a year later.
Yeah.
And so the only way to see it is video on demand. And if that's not working, how are you going to see the product?
Yeah. Now, the thing is, WN Live emailed me and said, hey, our servers crashed. We're rebooting the shows right now. We're working on it. It takes a while to reboot because we only got like 6 computers in the whole fucking office, I guess, whatever. And they said,
I have 1 computer in the office.
And they said, listen, to make it up for you, we will give you a free show. Your pick, any show you want from under our banner, we will give it to you. So that was very nice of them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And actually, like on a wrestling fan page on Facebook, a guy who worked for WN Live like actually commented on the post I made about that and said like, hey, listen, sorry about that, and like address me personally. Like that was really nice of them to reach out to me and address a fan who's having problems with their servers. So WN Live, thank you for reaching out to me and making it better, and I appreciate that. And sorry for kind of shitting on you for a little while, but you guys kind of fucking deserve it. I'm sorry, but it's like I can't watch like you said I can't probably be able to watch the fucking show till Monday. That's 5 days of a show I don't get to see, so it's like,
That was vintage Alex.
I'm sorry, but you fucking deserve it.
Well, you fucked up, so it's like, thank you for making it better, but you still fucked up,
Mm-hmm.
It's like if I slapped you and it's like said, oh, hey, sorry, here's a candy bar, it's like, well, you still slapped me.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Onward and upward.
Onward and upward on to PWG, which they got a show coming up next weekend. Which,
I'm excited for this show, especially the main event.
Oh yeah, first of all, they have it's called Matt Rushmore, which I want to get a Mount Rushmore shirt, which it's pretty awesome looking. And the main event is Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly, which I am super
all the marbles
for the world title. Yeah, which I'm super hyped for because I don't know if you guys remember Best in the World 2011 between these two guys.
Oh, I don't remember that at all.
God. So if that match was in New York in an ROH show, it's like the fucking middle of the show.
Mm-hmm.
This is the main event in PWG.
That was like a show stealer.
That was a show stealer.
Yeah.
So
Cole's breakout match.
That was fucking awesome match. I still love watching that match once in a while.
Yep.
So I fully expect this to be a fucking classic, and these two guys are going to bring the fucking house down.
There's so much of a story behind this.
Yeah.
So much on the line.
It's kind of crazy. Like I would not have imagined that a year later, like over 2 years later, that Adam Cole would be like the best heel in independent wrestling, and Kyle O'Reilly would be like the next big baby face.
Yeah.
That's crazy how that works. But yeah, I'm super excited for this show. It also features Kevin Steen versus ACH.
That's gonna be
wow. They had a match in match in ROH just last weekend too.
Yeah.
Which I heard was a really good match too. Shocking, right? Candice LeRae and Joey Ryan versus the Young Bucks, which I'm looking forward to it though, because if you've seen Bola, Candice LeRae and the Young Bucks really work together.
Yeah, that 6-man tag is hysterical.
Oh my god! So I'm looking. This is gonna be like just like super fun, and the Young Bucks are gonna be complete assholes. And
keep your eye out because we'll be reviewing Bola.
Bola will be coming very soon.
That'll be our next video, most likely.
Yeah. And he also has a 4-man Drake Younger, Anthony Nese, Brian Cage, and Tommaso Ciampa. That is going to be fucking nuts. That is a lot of talent. And several other matches that I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah.
What more do you need? You have me sold at the main event.
Yeah. That right there. That's reason to buy that show.
PWG doesn't even need to list their card.
No, they don't. You just know with the
Mr. Rose will be there.
Yeah.
And 2, the fucking show is going to be amazing no matter what.
You could pretty much like put it in like a random match generator and throw it like an awesome match. But that's the thing. I don't want to take away from like the booking team.
No. Because
they do like a
super
amazing job. Yeah.
Every single time PWG announces the card, I mark out for it.
And I give them even more credit for just assembling this talent pool.
PWG is like I remember actually watching kind of the rise 2011. It was right around the Battle of Los Angeles. And just all of a sudden, everyone was talking about this company, and it just started rising and rising in their stock. And it's like holy shit! It's kind of crazy, just how PWG is suddenly now everyone who's a wrestling fan loves PWG.
And they should. It is.
It's fucking awesome.
Really, I mean, it's really the best product going right now.
And I've heard nothing but good things from people who've wrestled there. They all say it's their favorite.
Oh yeah,
fans.
We do plan on going there one day.
Hopefully.
We are going to go.
Not
there.
hopefully. Definitely.
We're going there. Yes.
Or
now, Justin, it's time for your favorite segment.
It's
New Japan time.
New Japan time.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
This weekend is King of Pro Wrestling, and this show is the fucking king of pay-per-views right now.
My body is so ready for this.
Oh my god. Let's run down the card.
Yeah, alright. So, I don't remember the entire card.
I don't remember most of the card.
Let Justin take it.
So go ahead. I'll fill in blanks.
First of all, King of Pro Wrestling last year is one of the greatest wrestling shows I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
Minoru Suzuki versus Tanahashi is one of the best matches you'll see anywhere.
First New Japan show I ever saw, actually, was that match. That show.
That's a good one to start with.
Well, start.
Yeah, well, like I heard like so many people talking about, like, well, fuck it, I'll watch it, and it's like, holy shit, this is amazing.
All right, so the main event match here will be Okada.
Get a little bit closer because you might be off camera.
The main event match here will be Okada versus Tanahashi, who have had several matches, and they've all been just phenomenal. They've had one match that everyone pretty much agrees is a 5-star match.
Invasion Tag, which is still my match of the year.
Yeah, which probably will be.
Oh, yeah, I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
They've had several title matches which were all basically borderline classics, if not a complete classic. Then they had an awesome draw
at
G1 Climax.
Number 8, I think.
Yeah, day 8.
Day 8.
So this is a match that it has a feel to like it's kind of maybe their last match, kind of like culminating their whole feud. And a lot of people are saying we've seen this before. It's like I don't care.
Shit.
Every time I've seen it, it's been amazing.
Yeah. And they're actually tied right now, 2 matches to each, and then 1 draw. So this is maybe the final match.
And to me, this feels kind of like, I mean, from an American standpoint, the Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
I would say it's better.
Bryan Danielson. Yeah, better.
Yeah.
But it's that same. I could watch it.
They can do no. They can do no wrong.
And it's always different. It's never the same match.
Or like Rock and Austin.
Better than that.
Better. But yeah, better. But like in the same genre. Like I could watch you guys wrestle a million times. It's still fun.
Yeah.
And then a match that I just cannot wait to see as well for the Intercontinental Championship, which they've done a great job of making this a very important secondary title.
Oh my god.
We have Shinsuke Nakamura defending against Naomichi Marufuji.
Marufuji may be the second best guy out of Pro Wrestling Noah right now. The number one.
You can make an argument for the best.
I would say Kenta is still the best.
Right,
but oh my god.
I do believe I'm getting the vapor.
This is a dream match by any measure of the imagination.
Yes. Oh, I cannot wait.
Oh,
cannot wait. I'm definitely going to be tuning in for this.
Yeah.
I almost want to wait. I almost want to sit up at the middle of the night and watch the show.
Yeah, until 4 a.m.
I'll fucking do it, man. I think for Tokyo Dome next year I'm gonna do it. What else we got?
We got a rematch from the G1 Climax, a rematch of a 5-star match. We have Tomohiro Ishii versus Tetsuya Shibata.
There's no way they can top what they did.
No, but I'll say this. The match they had, they could have a different match.
Yeah. Right. The story in this one's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Because this is where...
Because the first... If you haven't seen the first match, first of all, get off your ass and watch it.
It's on YouTube for free.
Yeah, go watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's like a...
It's the definition of pro wrestling.
13, 14-minute match is all?
13 minutes.
Yeah, 13 minutes. It's non-stop, amazing, and they just went all out, balls to the wall for this match.
Yeah.
This match, we might see a little more psychology and things like that.
Might even be a little longer.
Yeah. This is going to be fucking nuts.
So then we also have another feud that's been brewing. We're going to have Yuji Nagata take on Sakuraba.
Yeah.
That's going to be good.
I'm really hoping this is where they finally like break out because like they had a match at Destruction or what show was it?
Destruction. It was a show with the Devitt versus Okada, right? Wasn't it Kazuna Road?
Kazuna Road, yeah. Like where like they just had like a really weird wrestling match. It was good, but like it just like wasn't as physical as like I wanted. But like it was just after Sakuraba came back. So
yeah, they were holding
I want this to be the one where they just go fucking nuts and kill each other.
I think they're gonna do that.
I want to see murder.
I would say don't sleep on this match. This could be a fantastic match.
Yeah, and they showed like the last pay-per-view they had like that, like they had like some heated exchanges. So I'm expecting brutality in this match.
We also have the Time Splitters versus the Forever Hooligans, which just kind of becomes the Daniels.
Actually, that might be pulled because Alex Shelley has some back issues, so he got pulled from the card. So they haven't announced a replacement yet. So
all right, Time Splitters versus Hooligans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I mean, it sucks that Shelley's hurt, but I could stand to see a different Hooligans match.
Me too.
Fought once.
Well,
they have Yano versus Suzuki.
Yeah. And they have like
again.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did they have this? They had the same match. No, they didn't. It was at
the very previous show they had the same match.
Also, they have Toby Makabe I think, Captain New Japan and a mystery partner, which I think is going to be Ryusuke, Devitt's old partner, taking on Bad Luck Fale, Devitt, and Carl Anderson in a 6-man.
Which should be, you know, fun to be 6-man.
Yeah, I expect Ryusuke to come back and then set up for him and Devitt for the title.
And then Naito is Naito facing.
Oh, Naito is taking on Takahashi for the Never Championship and the contract. That'd be good. Yeah, it's going to be like the feud ender.
They've had a feud going on for quite a while.
Since last year, actually.
Yeah, Takahashi's the one who injured Naito, even though he had an injury previous to the match. But
also something from New Japan, which is they officially have signed Kota Ibushi from DDT, so he's going to be appearing more on the show, which I'm super excited about because Kota Ibushi may be one of the best high flyers in the world.
I think this is awesome. I think it's a great idea because they clearly want to elevate Devitt out of the juniors division.
Yeah, and Kota Ibushi's got to take that spot.
Loki's gone, so they need somebody.
I do miss Loki.
And Ibushi's proven that he can go.
Especially if Shelley, you know, he might not be seriously hurt, but if he is.
Also, well, it's just like a minor issue. It's just like, you know, like, hey, you know, working in Japan's very different, and like, you know, you get hurt.
No kidding.
But how awesome would it be if we had Kota Ibushi come in and bring Kenny Omega, and we get those guys as a tag team?
Yeah, that would be great.
That'd be awesome. What's the team they call themselves? The Golden Team or something like that?
Don't remember. It's
Golden
some
Dream.
Funny.
I don't know. I think I know their finisher is a simultaneous 450. They call it the Golden Shower.
Yeah. Nice.
So
yeah, this show is like there is no way this show's not going to be good. Like I cannot even see a possibility that the show's not going to be awesome.
This might actually beat the Tokyo Dome show from this year.
I don't know about that, but it
could be close.
The potential is there for a special show. You've got lots of different variety, special attraction match, and plus Okada versus Tanahashi is automatically going to be.
I'm almost more excited for Shibata Ishii just to see what those guys do to each other again.
I know. They do some horrible things.
This just has so much